What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel from Complex Simplicity, and I wanted to do a vlog on my review of the first episode of this new season of the show Mary Mary. I'm not sure if many of you out there watch it, but I started tuning into this reality show from day one. If I'm being honest, I was a little thrown off, like, why are my fellow Christians trying to be on reality TV? It really doesn't seem like it does well for people as far as family units, marriages. I don't think what you're putting or subjecting your family to is worth the money you may get, but whatever. Nonetheless, once I got past my judgy moments, I was like, okay, at least they're keeping it real and kind of bearing their souls, especially Tina. Watching the show is what made me fall in love with Tina's personality, even though she could work a nerve at times. But I found myself being more drawn to her or identifying. I don't even identify with her like that, but like being drawn to her over her sister Erica, even though Erica's pretty dope too. And so Tina bared it all from the issues that she was having with her sister and their Mary career moves, all the way down to her relationship, her marriage with her husband, and him cheating on her excessively. So you gotta respect someone who's willing to go there and just be transparent and that real. So today's episode, we want to know what happened. It's been a while since the last season, and it started off with the Marys pretty much being very clear that they're still doing their own solo endeavors, and the fact that Erica's husband Warren is trying to get them together, because they still own, they meaning Mary the group, they still owe Sony an album. And I'm surprised that the record label is being so patient and just waiting and letting them do their solo things, because at the end of the day, this is business. And if you are contractually obligated to another Mary album, it would, in my mind, behoove them to make sure that that album is done. And to me, the sooner the better. I also have always been a person who thought with this perspective. The sum, meaning the group, to me, will always be greater than the individual parts. Now, take it from someone who has been a part of a singing group for years, all of my college years and off and on thereafter. And I might have shared before at some point on this website that I was really gung-ho after college, maybe 2 years after college, 3 years around the time I was getting married, because I, brought the girls back together and asked if they would honor me and do me the awesome favor to help me sing to my husband at my reception, which they did. Well, 2 out of the 3 did. And I was so appreciative for that. And during the journey of us preparing and rehearsing religiously, for this moment at my reception, it really dawned on me that we still got something, y'all. Like, our voices still blend flawlessly. We come together so well. Our creative minds work. There really wasn't much ego or any ego like that. We're able to get the job done. And I'm like, yo, y'all, we should revisit this. And so after I got married, a few months later, I had called a dinner meeting with the girls, and was trying to pick their brains to see if they would be down to really try to do something, whether that was to record a demo or just to record some songs together. Singing covers was one of the my girls' ideas to do. And at that table, it seemed like everybody was like, yeah, and I get it. One of my girls is has been on this acting journey for a long time and is waiting for that, to really take off. The other one, my other group member, was always after a solo career and was doing her own recording. I probably seemed like the only one who wasn't really doing much outside when it came artistically to us singing. And pretty much after college, we would only get up when it was an event. So if someone had a showcase to do, or like my wedding, we would come together for like those moments. And I get it. Everybody wanted to do their own solo thing. Maybe because I didn't have my own thing going on at the time, it was easier for me to be like, hey, y'all. But I think I also realized that we can do a lot more together than separately, and us doing things together can set up our individual projects eventually down the road. But if we would have been together and been really like doing different venues, singing at different venues, and recording music, creating music, I think we would have been a lot farther, even in our own personal endeavors, than we are now if we were working together on the whole singing thing. And it's such a shame because I feel like our group is called Blends. It used to be Blends of Soul when it was 4 of us, and then pretty much it was just 3 of us, and we just shut it down or cut it down to Blends. And I feel like it's so unfortunate because at the end of the day, we had something special. When I watch some of these shows, these talent shows, even when I was watching Chasing Destiny, I was like, yo, we have something. Like, Blends could have done amazing and big things. If any of you who have been a part of this group are watching this vlog for any reason or for whatever reasons, please know we all kind of let something go that perhaps we shouldn't have. And I know some of us may be more Christianese than others or have a different perspective. I think we let something go prematurely and should have explored it further. But whatever. If it's meant to be at some point, maybe it will. But I say all that to say, with Mary Mary, I feel like Erica's solo music and Tina's solo music is cool, it's fine, it's okay, all right, yay, right? I feel some of the songs, but I feel like their best work, their best art, their best creativity, their best ministry work in some way, was together. Now, don't get me wrong, Tina, I feel more so is on the ministry zone more than Erica maybe, where Tina is like really trying to share her story and encourage others who have gone through such tumultuous situations in their marriages, and I get that, but I feel like that stuff can still even be incorporated into the Mary Mary project. Why? Because Erica as well went through infidelity with her husband, and I get it. Maybe when you're family, you want to break out and do your own thing. You also kind of see little competitive vibes between the sisters now because they're both releasing singles on the same day. And, Tina's very headstrong, sometimes to me unnecessarily. It was helpful to see a little clip of her saying that her and her father didn't have the closest of daddy-daughter relationships, and the fact that her father, she felt, had favorites, and that she always felt like she had to like fight and like give her opinion, which explains why she is who she is today or why she handles certain things the way that she does. I love Tina, but I do feel like she can really be a bit selfish with certain things and is very headstrong and only has this kind of vision, when it comes to whatever it is she feels she wants and needs to do. Another thing that stood out is the fact that it seems like everything is being tailor-made to ensure that, her husband is not put in any kind of compromising situation where he may be tempted to cheat, which is why she always wants him to be on tour with her, which is why maybe she's like, no to Mary Mary stuff, because she feels like if she does that on top of whatever she's doing for her solo career, that it could possibly leave the door open, be a gateway to her husband, sorry, I heard something outside. Be a gateway to her husband cheating again, which as a wife, I could only imagine what that feels like to go through what she went through. And furthermore, to feel like I can't trust this person and I need to almost like, for lack of a better term, babysit him and always be around him to ensure that he's not being tested. But the only thing I could think of is a man is going to do what a man is going to do. A woman is going to do what a woman's going to do, whether you're babysitting them or not, whether you're around them all the time or not. People find ways to do them, and if it's really in someone's heart or on someone's heart to do such things, or if the marriage is in that devastating level of a state, then maybe, or devastating state, I should say, maybe that is what could cause things to happen for Satan, Lucifer, the devil, to creep in and try to, wreak havoc in the marriage. But very interesting start. I see Warren working very hard, trying to get his wife and her sister to remember that they are obligated to this last album and for them to do it. And I think he makes a good point where you have to be very careful because the fans, your diehard fans, will wait and wait and wait and wait. But then it can get to a point where they're over it and they're on to the next, right? So it's wise to be very careful with that brief window period. They've already eaten up several years of that window period. Like, this is supposed to be the last season of the reality show. So if they don't do any more music, what happens, right? So it just brought home some interesting thoughts for me. Like, wow, this reminding me of the dynamic of being in a singing group and how all parties have to be on the same page regarding how you move, what you do, as well as just the dynamics of humans. I don't know, who is outside doing something? Sorry. The dynamics of us humans and how marriage plays a huge part in our careers and the time that we're spending away from home and our children, families, for those of us that have. And just sometimes how we forget. I know I have an ego too at times, y'all, where you want to feel as if your solo work is enough, right? But the truth is, coming together and creating something great with like-minded people, creatives, whatever you want to call it, 9 out of 10 times will catapult even your individual endeavors more than if you were just working it on your own. So I'm even seeing that. I bet you if I was still singing with my singing group, maybe Complex Simplicity would have been pushed further along. It would have helped it in some ways, right? Because I'd be blogging and vlogging about us and our appearances, our different performances, and that also would garner a different audience, more of a different audience, maybe more music lover, singer lover audiences, maybe for my girlfriend who's acting, if we were actually getting to the point of booking pretty decent venues, even if it was the BB Kings or, the underground type joints where singers are known to go to, that might have even helped her acting career. For my other girl, young lady that was in our girl group, in our singing group, it might have also helped her solo endeavors as well. Like, let's not forget, folks, that we can do more together than we can apart when it comes to certain things, especially with the singing and the career stuff. Working with others can actually get you farther sometimes, or a lot of times. And, I'm just glad that I finally found something for myself, because I always felt like I was the one that didn't have anything else much going on aside from whatever we were doing together. And so it's pretty dope to be able to say for the past year and change, have been doing my own thing and sticking to it and like trying to build. And as I say, lay the foundations, and not just always be sitting around waiting for when maybe one day we'll all decide to do something. Like, I got sick of that. I think after I got married, I grew balls in a different way, y'all. Why can't I figure out what I was trying to say? Anyway, I grew, figuratively speaking, more courage to do things on my own in a different way, out of being annoyed and frustrated and tired of waiting around for us to do something, right? Or trying to get us to do something. I'm glad that I was able to just find and do something for myself on my own. And I learned a lot about myself as well. Like I've been saying on my personal social media, a lot of times in my 30s, I'm now realizing how disciplined I actually am, and how when I have my mind set on something, I have a certain stick-to-itness where I have to see this goal through, right? And so I might not have realized that much about myself in my 20s, but definitely in my 30s, I'm like, no, we ain't got that much time left. We got to get this going. You know what I'm saying? Whether people get it or they don't, they're with it or they're not. I'm going to do this thing, this Complex Simplicity thing. And I'm glad that I did do it. But in hindsight, I definitely see how working together, I'm sorry, I'm still hearing noises outside. Working together could actually help us even more effectively with our individual endeavors. So be encouraged out there, right? And Mary, I'm looking forward to the rest of this final season. You know, they're going to go on this big trip to Israel where Mary will perform. They're flying out the whole family. So that sounds like, or seems like that'll be a really, really interesting and dope trip, right, to the Holy Land. And you know, there's always more drama. I get the sense with Tina and her husband, their marriage, you know, looking on Instagram, on their Instagram and stuff, it seems as if it's like, yes, we turned a corner. Our marriage is amazing. We're here to help you. That's the energy I feel like Tina gives off. But now watching this episode, it kind of seems like, why does your husband not seem as like, yes, and we're here to help you and we're doing great? She's like has that and is wearing the t-shirt literally and figuratively. Even though he was wearing the t-shirt literally, it still doesn't seem as though figuratively he's like, yeah, you know, something's going on there. And I'm pretty sure throughout the season they'll flesh it out a little bit more. Maybe he's getting wary of the lack of trust in some ways still. Maybe she's nervous because it's like, I can't go back to being busy and hectic because my marriage will fail. You know, who knows? But it'll be definitely very interesting. And what I love about this family is they seem like they are open and down to show and bear most of it all. And so, yeah, Mary, episode 1 of, I don't know if this is season 5, but not a bad start. So I felt like I should come on and give my little 1-2 about it. And any other thought-provoking things that might have come from the episode. But yeah, pretty dope stuff. Anyway, I've had a long work day. I just finished busting down some amazing Haitian food. For those that don't know, I married a Haitian man, and from the time I was dating him 12 years ago, I was put on to amazing food. Haitian food, if y'all are not on, you better get on. But anyway, where we live, there's actually an amazing Haitian restaurant. I live in a town that is right next door to a town that's full of Haitian people. And they have this great restaurant we like to go to. And I worked from early this morning, didn't get home till pretty much 9 o'clock. And my husband's working tonight. And so I'm like, you know what? I ain't cooking nothing. We about to eat some Haitian food. So I had me some fried fish and rice and beans and plantains, what I always get from them. And my stomach is very full and I feel great. And now I am ready to get myself together and in the bed because work tomorrow starts early again. And then I work again Saturday. So I'm tired. It's been a hectic, crazy, stressful week, y'all. I'm looking forward to my downtime this weekend. And maybe I'll catch a movie tomorrow, that movie that comes out about domestic violence. And I think it has Taye Diggs in it and other people. I want to see that if I'm up for it and not too tired after work. But yes, I'm looking forward to hitting that bed and going to sleep. You know, I was so busy for those that follow my Instagram and Facebook for the website because I always faithfully post encouraging thoughts or video clips, and I put up nothing today. I had to do a training and then did some paperwork. Was sitting in traffic going and coming to work today. It was just one of those days. And it's a nice breeze outside. It's starting to get that chill in the air finally. And so I get amazing sleep when it's like cool and the breeze is just blowing through my bedroom. So I hope you have enjoy and have a great night. If I'm kind of tripping over my words throughout this vlog, please excuse me. I am also tired. I'm feeling like, you see, I'm feeling like I have the itis. I have a belly full of amazing food, and probably because I facilitated a training today, I'm tired of talking, and that's probably why I'm also tripping over my words. So please bear with me. Thank you so much. Continue to head to ComplexSimplicity.com, and until next time.